right, so thanks for joining me. Today we have Nick Stofa here from RUSGA, and he is now the new Vice President for the year 2017-2018. Congratulations on your win again.
Thank you.
So
Thank
now
you very
that
much.
you and John have had time to kind of like settle in through spring break that you guys won, what are your initial goals that the both of you would like to tackle in the first 3 months of being in office?
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks for having me on. This is exciting. And so our goals in the first 3 months, we have a big emphasis on including commuters. We want to immediately start working on opening up the main caf so that they can come in, they can have lunch with us, so they feel more included. I know one of the big initiatives that I want to do personally is sort of revamping Senate, making it a little more streamlined, a little user-friendly, because I feel that currently it's a little arduous for all of the club senators to be required to go, every other week. So I was going to look at how we could make that maybe more of an efficient, less time-consuming process. And one thing that we actually have already done is we created a new position on the executive cabinet. It's called the Director of Finance, and that person is going to assist us with creating the budget for RUSGA and student acts to hopefully sort of, again, streamline that process, make it a little bit more efficient, because as of right now, it would be the vice president who would go and sit on, so myself, who would go and sit on these meetings for budget, finance, and all this other stuff. And we thought it would be good if we had someone who would help us do that instead. So that's an exciting new position that we're both, and Claire, we're both, all of us are really excited about it.
Awesome, awesome. So what is the one problem that you have seen on campus that you want to fix?
This gets to a question that you kind of asked me earlier, but we were talking about yesterday that bake sale is going on, the Social Injustice Week, and we talked about a little bit how that doesn't really have a place on this campus, that those kind of thoughts and divisive words are not what we're about at Regis. I think at Regis, our goal is to be inclusive. Our goal is to welcome people of all faiths, colors, creeds, everything under the sun. So one thing that I want to work on is that I want to be able to have a campus where you come and you feel welcome. You feel like you're at home. You feel like this is a place that you want to be. I don't want people to come in and see stuff like that and go, wow, I guess maybe I'm not welcome here at my own university.
Do you mind explaining to us what is your leadership style like?
I am a big fan of delegation. I like to have a large team where I have people who, I say, okay, so here is, the task at hand. I think you're great at doing, this. I know that you have this skill set, so use that skill set and, complete this task. Because the way I see it is that the executive cabinet sort of leads the directors, leads the aspects of the Senate, and is sort of the face of the student body to the administration. So I want, as much as possible, to represent the views of the students to the administration. And so as far as that goes, I want to be firm with the administration and saying that if we need something or we want something or we feel that something is not going the way it should be, I want to be there and be the first person with John and Claire to go into those meetings with the administration and say, listen, these are the things we need. This is what we think will make the campus better. So, we're going to stand firm on it. We're not going to bend or break on that.
Again, like you already reiterated, what are some specific ideas that you have to promote involvement among the student body? You did kind of cover that with more inclusive events such as grilling out on the quad and that kind of thing, but is there one specific thing that you would like to address to have, like the freshmen be more involved in?
So one of the conversations I had was, John and I spent a lot of time in the commuter lounge during the election to kind of hear from what they thought. And one of the biggest things they mentioned is that they feel like the current events that we have are great and they want to come to them, but they're at the wrong times. They're going to be later at night and, there's not a lot of incentive to stick around campus. And we kept hearing that. So we thought, okay, what would incentivize people to stay on campus more? And so that's why we came to the conclusion of those grill outs on the quad, the concerts, the things that get people to stay. But also, as you know, they're building a new student center in probably the next 4 years, whatever. And John, myself, and Claire are sitting on the committee as well as a bunch of other students and faculty to advise them on what exactly a good student center would look like and what kind of spaces that we want to have. So I think that that's important. I think that adjusting the times of events are important to get more people involved. And I think that those things will help increase the involvement on campus.
Well, thank you so much for answering those questions. Is there anything else that you would like to say in gratitude to our viewers here at Regis?
Well, yeah, I just wanted to thank everyone for believing in us, for voting for us, for coming out, for helping us get into this position. And, you know, we won't forget those promises that we made, you know, to increase the spirit, to bring the commuters more in. I mean, all those things that we wanted to do, you know, so I'm very grateful to everyone who came out and voted. So,
All right, thank you so much for joining me today.
Hey, thanks a lot.